Okay, so today, I know it's been a while, right? I don't know. I guess I felt like there was enough content on this channel that if you really cared about what I had to say, you could probably go watch a different video. Sorry. I kind of get the gist for my opinion because I've shared so much on this channel already. Um, anyway, but I want to talk about accountability this week just because I feel like there are people who are watching my channel who are not having these conversations anywhere else. And so I want to give you a summary of kind of the conversation that people in, I will say, like general society are having right now. So there's a lot of other media that's covering what's happening with Diddy. I'm not gonna cover that, but I will put a lot of links in the description box if you want to hear perspectives that I, kind of endorse somewhat, or just kind of a variety of perspectives. I'm actually more concerned about Diddy's kids and their abstraction from reality and their lack of accountability. Now, this actually wouldn't have come up for me, but they did something. They wrote a statement. They released a statement that, and maybe I should actually just double check that this was real, and I will do that before I release the video. But either way, I don't think anyone is gonna like clip it in. They put it as an Instagram story, I believe. So I don't know if the story is still available. But the point is, someone's making a book about Kim Porter, that's their mother, the twins' mother, Quincy's mother, and their statement is basically asking to leave their mother out of this and telling other people to let her rest in peace because she has nothing to do with any of this. And I call bullshit, and I would say absolutely not. I think that their family as a whole, because they are a family, but all of the kids have been walking in and out of the courtroom in support of their father, right? So they are supporting him right now. And a lot of people are hurt by the things that he's done. The DA or whoever it is that's prosecuting him, the FBI, whoever, they're saying that he has like a ring of sex crimes and other criminal activity. And if you've read some of the lawsuits, there's the one from Cassie, there's the one from his assistant guy. The two that actually stand out to be the most are when there was something with him and Justin, and they were in a recording studio. They go into the bathroom. Something was said. It was like an argument or something with one of the people on the staff. All three of them go into the bathroom. Someone shoots the security person, and then there was no police report filed. And police did come. I think he ended up going to the hospital and was on braces or lost a leg, something like that, where it was like a kind of a big deal. This person was hurt, but there was no police report because it sounded like Diddy paid everyone off just so there would be no record. There was the other case where there was a woman in a club, and she was just there on her own. Like, she wasn't in the VIP section or anything, but Diddy was. And he was beefing with someone, ends up shooting at the person he was beefing with, and ends up hitting this woman. It paralyzes her, and she's out of work for maybe it didn't paralyze her, but it hurt her enough where she was out of work for like a year. But she saw him shoot her, so she sues him for shooting her. I think he settles the case with her, but then he sends a whole bunch of goons to terrorize her and do all of these things because she was ballsy enough to sue him. And it's just and if you read the the New York Times write up about what Cassie claims, it's very clear that at these white parties and these other parties, there were the people who were in white, who were the attendees, and then there was a whole bunch of other people who were strippers, who were sex workers, who were hired people. It's hired girlfriends in this case. We saw Cassie come out, but there's probably Carisha who has a story. There's probably actually, I would assume, Justin, some of his girlfriends, Quincy, some of his girlfriends, King Combs, some of the women, men, other people who they probably paid to and used. Like they're not innocent. And the part is when these kids are asking for, like, you know, they're not asking for forgiveness at all. And I feel like they are guilty by association. They're also not even coming forward and saying, like, we acknowledge that our father has done mean things to the community. I saw Troy's TV made a video where he talks about how other people are lighting them up in the YouTube comments. Fucking finally, because they deserve some accountability. I think that everything that's happening is a really good example of, also, I rewatched my problems with the Black Brunch Club, and I think I'm gonna rename that video to Describing the Black Brunch Club. I don't think I did a good job of actually breaking down the problems with the Black Brunch Club and why I kind of don't like that community. I feel like, to me, those people are part of that community. Because look at all the people who have not spoken up. Has Usher actually spoken out about it? There's some video or something with Meek Mill where supposedly, like, Diddy is pounding Meek Mill, which is gross, but is also, like, not surprising at all. I feel like a couple months ago, if you follow any of the Nicki Minaj stands, even Nicki Minaj came online and was like, all these men are gay. And, like, she sat there and told us, and it was like, okay, like, one thing I will tell you, that the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's of the world, as bullshit as they might be for a lot of stuff, I do feel like they tell the truth. Like, the things that they're telling the truth about are like, man, I wish you didn't have to say, like, I wish you weren't involved in this. But as given that you are, like, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be honest about it. And I feel like she was being honest about it. And I do think that a lot of other videotapes are going to come out, mostly because I feel like Diddy is going to try to save himself, and he's going to do that by putting a lot of other people on the chopping block. And that means that some of your favorite celebs are going to come out red-handed, and that's just how it is. And I wonder, the same, like, lack of accountability that we have right now for, you know, the Combs twins and for Quincy, they're putting out albums, giving interviews, and they're still signed to agencies. It's like, this is insane. There's people in the real world who are held accountable for so much less. You know, like, you make a really small mistake, people are losing their jobs, you know, like, you use the wrong pronoun, all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, you can't even participate in regular society anymore. And this family has, like, a whole ring of, like, sex trafficking, exploitation, drug use, all types of stuff. And it's like, oh, please don't write a book about our mother. Like, excuse me, if you're gonna, like, come to the community for anything right now, you need to be coming with, like, some sort of acknowledgement that you understand what happened and really kind of give us your side of the story. If you want to tell the people anything, tell us that, because you are involved. How is it that every single day we see you with this guy, and, like, hours and hours, like, months out of the year, he's like, he's raping, he's got, like, you know, rings of sex traffickers, and y'all didn't know? I'm not buying it. Y'all live in the